Kindle, I hate to break it to you, but you've been using some emojis wrong all your life.
I'm pretty sure I have. Because in the world of professional texting, I don't think I even make the top 10. I don't think I'm there.
You're in the professional texting world?
I'm not going to go into the professional texting world because within that world, I think I would be... I just don't think I would win.
Wouldn't really get the respect.
No, I wouldn't.
That's fair.
I wouldn't. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
But we came across this little article that really just drove that home for me.
Well, and apparently we're not the only ones. Unicode, who is the company that makes the emojis that go across your phones and all that stuff, they've actually had to come out and say, hey, people, you are getting these things wrong. You're using them for the wrong... I guess they can see them on like Instagram and Twitter when people post those things. They're not looking through our own personal text messages, which is where I normally send my emojis. But apparently, so they've had several that they said, hey, look, you're getting this all wrong. So the first one that they mentioned is it looks like a kind of a sad, sleepy face, and there's kind of a sideways tear coming out there.
Right. It's not the one that has like tears coming out of both eyes.
Just one.
It's just like that one large tear on one side that's like a little bit too low to be a tear.
Yeah. That's not a tear. It's actually a nasal bubble.
A nasal bubble, because those are things.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and this actually apparently comes from...
snot a bubble.
Yeah, basically.
That's what it says in the article. It says a snot a bubble.
So that is exactly, you have a snot bubbling, dude, and it's basically to signify sleepiness, like you're sleeping, which is, it's
I don't
an
know.
anime
Do I
thing.
have snot bubbles when I sleep? I hope not, because that's really unattractive.
No, it's an anime thing, so like the Japanese cartoons, and so I actually, when I read this, I was like, oh yeah, because I played Nintendo when I was younger, and a lot of the Japanese origin games, you would have a character who was sleeping, and he'd have this big old massive snot bubble going.
See, I don't remember a whole lot of that, but then after you mentioned that, I was thinking, maybe I remember that.
Yeah.
I still think it's really weird, because don't they have one that has like the little Z's?
This is a totally different sleeping style.
Right.
Are you American sleeping, or are you Japanese sleeping?
Gotcha. So if you want to be Japanese sleeping in your text message,
get the dude with the snot bubble.
Okay, that's gross, but okay. At least it makes sense because it's a Japanese thing.
I guess my wife and I watch a lot of anime also, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, because they all have these kind of symbols that represent different emotions and stuff.
I can see that. I can see why I would miss that, but I can see why it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, another one, and this was the one that surprised me. There's one called Face with Look of Triumph, which to me always looks like a frustrated dude.
Well, it looks like it's the one where he looks angry, and he's got like steam coming out of his nose.
Yeah, and
like an angry bull.
He's got like the massive like going right out of his nose.
That's the sound effect that goes with the emoji. If emojis had sound effects, that's what it would sound like.
Don't open a text when you get that thing because it'll just in the middle of wherever you are. But yeah, so apparently the confusion comes when they do anything with somebody's nose, because this has got steam coming out of the nose, and apparently when you're triumphant or winning, you blow steam out of your nose.
Yes, because nose steam naturally indicates triumph.
That's obviously. So there you go. Start using your emojis correctly.